I used to feel anointed, an unwarranted hubris born from no achievement worthy of the grandeur. A smooth drink swallowed with ease, a change, polar in nature, brought on by the burden of self-reflection, a spill onto a once beautiful canvas, a poison in the well, turning the once easily swallowed drink into a foul brew best knocked back. What was it? A trauma from the primordial malleability of my youth, or a recognition of damning proportions? That I am not special. I am not shit. I was not put here to do anything greater other than recognize this fact, this dark truth cast upon all humanity. But isn't this acknowledgement truly great? Can I birth great change from such a purging? Can't one rise from ashes once raised to the ground? Can love for oneself, once lost, be found? I hope so. This is actually the first poem I ever wrote, or prose, whatever you want to call it, because it doesn't really rhyme until the end. But in the first video that I made it with, I didn't have this down to the exact science that I'm trying to put out there now. I talked a lot before I even got to the poem, and I found it's better to read them first and then go in and talk about it. So I figured I would repost this, and that way people could actually hear this one, because I'm sure a lot of people probably didn't even make it to the actual body of work that this is all about, because I don't get into it till like 3 minutes into the other video, which was pretty professional of me. But yeah. Where I say, I used to feel anointed, an unwarranted hubris born from no achievement worthy of the grandeur. That just is me talking about the confidence I used to have in myself without even having the experience or anything to have the confidence that I had. I was just so unworthy of the confidence that I had, but for some reason I had it, and I was a complete Chad for it. And it's hilarious because now I am a seasoned man as far as life goes. I've had a lot of life experiences, but a lot, like more than most my age. And now that confidence just went out the window. But yeah, that first line is just about me having confidence I didn't even deserve to have, really. And then I say, a smooth drink swallowed with ease. That's just talking about how before my mental health came on, I was very easy to take. I was very easy to be around. I still am, but I don't like having... I'm good with people still, but I like to be with one person at a time, if that makes any sense. Like, if it's just me and one other person in a room, I'm still the old me. And I'm still the old me regardless on a good day, but whenever I have to give my attention to more than one person, I don't like it. And it is off-putting to me. I can have like 2 or 3, but I feel like I have to acknowledge everybody, and it's weird. It's weird to me. I don't know how I lost that. But I say after that, a change, polar in nature, like poles, opposite, brought on by the burden of self-reflection. All the jail time I did, all the just having to sit with myself that I was made to do, brought on a change. And not just that, also my mental health. It was an amalgamation of things that molded me into what I am today. And yeah, self-reflection did have a lot to do with it, but it's also how I became the man that I love today. Don't get me wrong, I have mental health I didn't have growing up. It didn't come on until about 26, 27. I'm 32 now. But without it, I don't think I would be as humble and as understanding as I am. So it's good that it's probably good that it happened, as far as just helping the world move along, you know, as far as helping out my fellow man. So I feel it's better this way. I feel it's what God intended. So if it's His will, then I'm with it. Straight up. But after that, I say, a spill onto a once beautiful canvas, a poison in the well, turning the once easily swallowed drink into a foul brew, best knocked back. That's just me, the change I had, where I am not as easy to take as I used to be. People still, it's weird because people still do like me and like to be around me, but I can put a weight in the room. It's actually, me and my buddy were talking about it the other day. It's weird. Like, whenever I'm having one of these episodes where I just have this dread for no reason, everybody feels that shit. Like, not just me. Like I'll put it in your head. It's weird, dude. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I don't even think there's a term for it, really. Like, to make everyone feel the dread you're feeling and literally make the environment heavy, and until it subsides in yourself, it doesn't go anywhere. Like, it's weird, man. But that's what I mean when I say a foul brew, best knocked back. I'm not a foul person. I'm still I'm still me. Just, I have this thing now that came out of nowhere, just like a switch flipped, and just was like, hey, you're just not gonna be the same. I don't know. What was it? A trauma from the primordial malleability of my youth? That's just maybe me talking, me posing the question to myself. Is this something brought on by something that happened when you were young, when you're malleable and it can change you, but the change didn't come until when it came? Or a recognition of damning proportions. That I am not special. I am not shit. I was not put here to do anything greater other than recognize this fact, this dark truth cast upon all humanity. That's just the recognition that unless God is like, hey, this is what I want you to do, which that's happened to me. Like, it wasn't so much Him telling me. I'm not going to get into all that. I can if someone wants me to elaborate. I've been shown signs. Before my mental health, and my mental health isn't even that of auditory or visual hallucinations. Like, so it's not that. It's what it was. It was God. But I'm not going to get into all that. But just the recognition that I'm not as special as I thought I was, you know? Like, I wasn't all that I thought I was when I had the confidence that I had. And looking back on it now, people must have just been like, back in the day, even though they didn't say it, because people usually don't say, but people just must have thought, wow, you are a complete douche. And I was a complete douche at times. That's no joke. That's real. But isn't this acknowledgement truly great? Can't I birth great change from such a purging? Can't one rise from ashes once raised to the ground? Can love for oneself once lost be found? I hope so. This is just about the fact that before you can mold yourself into anything different, you have to be brought down to your base form as a person and then build back up again. And I'm talking about this rebirth through adaptation that one goes through, and how something beautiful can come out of it, because I feel I'm a beautiful person now. And I know that sounds douchey, I know it does, but I feel I have deserved to feel this way, given all the trauma and all the chaos and how tumultuous my life has been. And I still come out wanting to help mankind, and even am seasoned enough to do so. Like, I actually have the wherewithal to do so now. And it's just I'm asking myself these questions when I say, can love for oneself once lost be found? I love myself, but I don't. It's so weird, because I say at the end, I hope so. I don't hate myself. I like who I am. I'm honestly the only person I know like me, really. And that's not just me that says that. Like, it's weird. Like, it sucks. Like, I don't see a therapist or anything anymore, because they never help me. They always just want to try a bunch of medicines on me, and like, I'm fascinating to them, because it's an enigma what it is, because it's acknowledged, but they don't know. They don't really have a term for it, I've noticed, because I've had to see therapists. I've had to see doctors in the system. When I was in jail, I was court ordered a lot of times. So, like, I had to do that stuff. And I had a drug history. So, I mean, they'll only go so far with medicines, you know, and none of them helped me. They went as far as to misconstrue my mental health with, like, schizophrenia. Like, I went into full tardive dyskinesia one time because they put me on Risperdal, and I tried to tell them, like, no, I'm not schizophrenic. Like, I'm not. And just, it was bad. Like, I had a horrible allergic reaction. My girlfriend at the time was in the hospital with me, and they had to do a Benadryl IV in me. And, like, I was all hunched over like a hunchback, because I don't know if you know what tardive dyskinesia is, but you literally lose all your muscle function and everything like that. It's a horrible. My jaw pops to this day, because it felt like someone was pulling my mouth open farther than it should go, and then it cocked to the side, and then I could feel it coming, and it bit down real hard, and it made my jaw, like, I think I broke my own jaw with my jaw. Like, it was that gnarly. And every time I yawn now, to this day, it pops if I'm not conscious enough to close my mouth some while I'm yawning. Like, it was gnarly. Like, she was crying. It was all bad. It was a really bad experience. But yeah, I rambled about, I always do this, but it's whatever. This is part of the process. You don't have to watch it all. That's why I do the poems in the beginning now. But yeah, love yourself. Cultivate yourself. Learn to love yourself again. Better yourself every day, so that you can look at yourself as a body of work, something that you put time and effort into, cultivating yourself. It's going to be really hard to hate yourself whenever you put time and effort into making yourself better. How can you hate something you put so much energy into making better? You know what I mean? So that's really what it's all about. And lift up your fellow man. Do so by helping your fellow man. That's really what it's all about. Like, that's why I do this, honestly. Like, it's cathartic for me, don't get me wrong, but in the end, I do this for the kids, dude, really. Like, my other poems, if you ever go to my YouTube channel, like, it's all for the kids. Like, making it better, making mankind better as a whole for the young ones after us. That is what this is truly about. Like, that's what I am striving to do here. But yeah, God bless everybody.